Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Natasha Romanoff from Black Widow. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out for myself, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. For myself, remember, this is just for me. So I know that you can't see it, but again, this is just for me and then I'll get to the part for you. You jump over to the Sharpie section. But I'm going to sit here and talk about Black Widow, or at least what I can, right? Because as far as getting this done early, the movie's not out yet. So it's only so much I can say. So yeah, I have to do these ahead of time to try. Well, here's what I like to do. I mean, I know I've done Black Widow before, right? I think I've done the Fortnite version, but what I like to do is I like to try to get these done as people are interested. And I'm not saying people aren't interested in Black Widow all the time. I am, right? Been excited for this movie for what, over a year now, waiting on the pandemic and being happy that I survived, you know. But was excited about this, and what I try to do is I make videos out as people are interested. So what I'm saying is, long story short, too late. I've done a Black Widow before, but I wanted to do one for the movie, based on the movie costume, that kind of thing too. So that's I said join along or listen along while I talk about it. That's really all I had to say. But basically, I just like talking the fact that I've done them before, and this one is based on the movie. That's pretty much it. So sorry if I hyped it up like you. I'm going to talk all about Black Widow. It's coming out today, so there's nothing I know right now. Just let's watch the movie and be excited, right? And I'm trying to do a different position, something a little more action, you know, an action pose type kind of thing. Because like I said, I've done them before, so I wanted to do something something I haven't done before, and B, something a little more exciting, right? But again, the problem is I don't have the character in this pose, so like always, I've got to make it up, and I only have like a few trailers and movie stills to go by. Like I don't have the movie's not out. Like I said before, it's not out at this point. It's not out at the point of this recording. It's out now because I'm going to try to release this on the Friday that it's out. So yes, as of this recording, it is out, and I'm excited. I'm excited that I can go to the movies to go see it. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. Well, no, I mean, I guess you do. You are probably in the same boat as I am, that we haven't been to the movies in a year. You know, everything's, not only have we been playing it safe, but nothing has been available. Like they shut down movie theaters and they haven't been available to see and that kind of thing. So it's exciting to be able to go to the movie theater. I love things on the big screen. That's what it comes down to. Okay, I think I'm good with this. pose. I'm trying to see what her shoulders are like. Because now I gotta try to find a likeness. One thing I didn't do was get a good picture of what she looks like. I mean, granted, I'm never good at drawing likenesses. I always say that all the time, that I draw like cosplay people. Like, it looks like someone dressed up as Scarlet Johansson. No, not even that. No one's dressed up as Scarlett Johansson. They're dressed up as Black Widow, right? So yeah, what I usually say is, yeah, I don't have time to draw a likeness as much as I want to. So I am content with saying that it looks like someone dressed up as Scarlet. I did it again. I was going to say Scarlet Witch again, as Black Widow. Okay, not bad. It's a quick sketch. It's not bad for a quick sketch. I just got to figure out a good pose for her. Pose. I'm all over the place. I'm trying to talk to you while I draw. And maybe sometimes that's not a good idea. Sometimes I just need to concentrate on what I'm doing. It's almost like you know, you've heard that saying, you can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Yeah, apparently that's me. I can't draw and talk at the same time. Right? Do you see how I went quiet there? It's because I was trying to concentrate while I'm drawing. It's early in the morning right now. I never have a set time of when I'm going to do these. I just kind of draw the second I get a chance. And right now, my opportunity is morning. I'm looking down, too much down. I'm going to try to straighten that head up a little bit. More looking at you than looking down. Again, it's hard because I don't have her in this pose, so I'm kind of making it up. But that's how it is with all of them. You know, I don't ever have them in their poses. I'm just kind of making it up, so kind of a given. But for some strange reason, I feel like no, it's not a strange reason. It's because I feel like I need to apologize because I'm not getting it perfect. It's strange. But it's just because I want you to have the best drawing I can make, you know? I think that'll work right there. Again, it doesn't look anything like her, but it looks like a cosplay person, and that's what's important. Let's see if I can find her batons. Yeah, that's a good picture right there. Okay, I think I'm good with that. Let me erase some of these sketches, and then we'll get going. Now, what I like to do is the first few lines I put down, those are my sketch lines. I'm trying to figure out the position, the placement, and the proportions, the 3 Ps. And as I get more confident with those, I start pressing harder. So when I lightly erase like this, the sketch lines will disappear and the confidence lines take a little bit more pressure. I'm not quite applying that much pressure. So what's left are the confidence lines. So that's what we're doing. That's how we live our life. We get rid of our sketchiness, keep our confidence. That's how we live our life. You'll do amazing things, and I'll be right there beside you, celebrating your victories. Okay, I think that's enough. I can see where I'm going to go, but it's not going to show up on the Sharpie portion. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but it pen's a little finer than a fine point and can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more Marvel, check out that playlist right there, or just check out playlists in general. Do a search for what you're looking for because I may have already drawn it. I've drawn so many different things. If not, give me a shout. I'll see what I can do. I'm just going to jump right in. I've already explained the entire thing in the sketch portion, so I'm just jumping in right now with her eyes. So the top of the lids. Uh-oh. Top of the lids like this. Maybe not. This Sharpie's dying. Something like this. I'm going to have to correct that a little bit. And then draw the roundness of the eye, the retina, right? The color part. Okay, now I can recompensate because I didn't quite draw this line out far enough. So, oh, you know what? Let's give her a pupil. Something like that. So for the eye, what I like to do is kind of give it a top heavy portion for like an eyelash and come back and come in a little bit like that because I can't draw the underside of the eye or it's going to bleed. So you're welcome to, but I just know the limitations of the size of the drawings that I'm doing. So I just kind of come in like that. And I let color take care of the rest. But that's it for my eye right there. Okay. Now I'm going to draw some eyebrow over like this. And I've already talked about this in the sketch portion that this isn't going to look nothing like Scarlett Johansson. I don't have time to get it perfect like that. I do, but I don't want to make an hour-long video. You know, this is just 30 minutes to get you going and have some fun. If I had more time, sure, I could concentrate and get it better, but we're just getting close. We'll call it a cosplay person is what we're going to call it. For her nose, I'm going to just dip down a little bit like this. Draw the other nostril like that, and then the bridge and all that, I'm going to do that with color. I'm not worried about that right now. For her mouth, oops, I kind of did a little, that was a weird little jaunt in the middle. I don't know why I did that. So let's just kind of cover it up like that. Come back over here for a bottom lip. And go over here. That'll work. So let's draw her chin right about here. And also I'm going to thicken my lines up too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match where it's going to go. Okay, so here's her jawline. I'm going to do the other one over here. Something like that. Up to her cheekbone, to her eye. Plus, sometimes thickening up my line helps me hide a few things, like a mistake or something. But if you're working with pencil, you may not want to do that, so don't worry about it. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. Right? Alright, I'm going to draw some of the ear over here because her hair's pulled back. Something like that. Okay, so our hair is just kind of coming through like this. I suppose I should draw the hairline, right? You can see that much of this ear over here. Then let's see, let's draw the hairline because it's being pulled back. So So I always try to do like a hairline, almost like it's coming from the scalp, not just a solid line like that. Because I want it to look like a little bit like it's coming from the scalp and being pulled back, especially when it's pulled back like this, and not just a solid line, you know? I'm trying to find a good picture. I only got so many of maybe her hair, like if it's in a braid or whatnot. But it looks like it's just pulled back. So let's just draw it back. So I'm going to come back here, define a few lines. Yeah, I like that. Like that. Looks good to me. And I know where I'm going to go, so that's why I just kind of start off with these lines, but I guess I should define a little bit right here too. Just to get the shape, you know? And there you go. And so I'm also playing with that. It's not solid again because there's tufts of hair being pulled back. Oops. I can kind of say that it's not all uniform, you know. So something like that. See, now it looks like it's being pulled back, taut, and not completely flat because there's just pulled in chunks. Kind of giving it a little bit more life than just, you know. All right, I think that's good right there. I'm going to switch over to the other Sharpie. Let me try to find a good picture of her costume so I can make sure I'm getting it close. All right, now she is kind of tilted forward just a little bit, so her neck is kind of covered up by her head. So I can come in like this, and there's a strap going across. This is where we're going to get a little all over the place with design. There's a strap going across which kind of covers up this opening right here. So I wanted to draw that first so I don't accidentally draw through it. Okay, then the collar is going to do like something like this. I didn't mean to do that. I always do that. I accidentally go too far. I cross my line. So I just want to fix that real fast just so it doesn't look like her collar's going through her cheek. All right, so same thing, and I'm going to come from the edge over here so I don't accidentally draw through it on there. All right, there we go. So again, because she's tilted just a little bit, that means her shoulders are going to be right here because I have her hunched over just a hair. And then speaking of hair, we got to do the braids right there, but I got to add the shoulders and an edge line real fast. So she has kind of shoulder pads, so I'm going to draw some her is it the clavicle, the trapezoid? Well, I don't know what that is. Between your shoulder and your arm. Between your arm and your neck, that part. Then I'm going to draw kind of something like this to represent her shoulder pad. Now I've got it up because again her arms are raised up, so it's kind of bringing everything up. Let's do the other one over here too, because it's kind of in the shape of her shoulder, but as she's raised up, I'm guessing, this is me guessing about material and stuff like that, it's raising all that up. But again, since I have that, let's draw some braids. And I'm not even going to make braids. I'm just going to kind of do like this. Because I want to make it braids, but it's too tiny to draw braids. Like I have a whole braiding technique. It's zigzaggedy and whatnot, but at this size, it's not going to work out. It's just too small. And that's okay because this still gets the point across, you know? It still looks like hair. You know, in a braid. Perfect. Okay, not perfect, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'm very happy with my drawing. Okay, so this whole chest piece is all connected right here. And so let's draw that. I'm going to say it's coming through like this. And I know where my sketch is. That's why I can kind of follow it like that to make the placement. And it's got little like strap seam type kind of thing. And what I want to do is, I'm trying to decide this on her entire suit, is how much lines I'm going to add, because it's an awesome suit. It really is. But it's got a lot of tiny seams. Draw them, or do I do that with color, you know? So I think that's good right there. So since we have a start-stop point, let's go ahead and draw her arms. You know, I don't have to worry about the rest of her body right now. I've got places to start and stop, so let's do that. This one's coming out, and because her arm is raised, we're going to stretch some material like that. Draw her arm coming in over to where her elbow is going to be. The material, and I'm going to stop right there because she has those cuff shooter things. That's the other side of her arm, the other side of the cuff thing. So we'll just draw it like this. And then I'm going to come back with a smaller Sharpie and add some detail. So give me 1 second. Alright, here we go. Again, creases and cloth I love doing. You know, I love that when you get bends because it kind of makes it come alive. It kind of makes it work. Oh, and also she does have like a material seam line. Like I said, I don't know how many of them I'm going to draw. Versus color. So, sorry if I stop doing them. Okay, so this is her little rocket booster, you know, things. Perfect. Okay, so this hand is holding her baton like this, so all you're really seeing is this right there. We're not worried about fingers and all this stuff because most of it's pretty much covered up by the way she has her hand positioned, okay? So, here's the thumb, like that. It's gonna go into the baton, like this, and then the fingers are gonna wrap around. Let's go and do the baton. I'm gonna do it by hand. I'm not worried about the exact straightness of it because it does have those weird edges in it. So I can kind of do something like this, just to kind of make, you know, that strange design to it. And again, I'm not worried about whether it's straight or not. I'm gonna try, don't get me wrong, you know, but I want that bumpy edginess to it. Okay, so we do the back of her hand coming up like this, and again, see, we're doing the back where the knuckles are, fingers are coming down and wrapping around, and that's all you can really see, so I'm not too worried about it. Now she does have gloves on, fingerless gloves, so I will do that. And then we'll say maybe you can see the back of the knuckle right there, but that's really about it. And this has got this weird pattern design thing in it. Almost like studs and bumps make it more painful to get hit by, I guess. It almost looks like a flute, right? Awesome. Okay, other arm, same thing, but just coming down. So, not as bent in the material, but still some, right? We got some creases. And same thing, just drawing down to the wrist cuff. Stop right about there. Elbow, forearm, and wrist cuff thing. Here's the real trick. How am I going to color this? What version am I drawing? Because we've seen pictures where she's wearing a white costume. We've seen pictures where she's wearing a black costume. And like I said, as of this recording, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what the difference is, or like why either is specific, you know? So I guess I'll know. Well, you know what? You know. By the time this comes out, by the time you see the thumbnail, it'll be colored, right? So I can't say we'll see. You already see. You are my future. I am your past, you are my future. Crazy, right? Alright, so this hand, you're seeing more like this because you can see the angle that we're at. So, Let me draw the thumb down here, but I need to wait for the baton. So let me go ahead and draw the baton. Let me do something like this, because I need that position. There we go. Because I need to make sure that I draw the fingers around it. So, like that. See, I just want to make sure that I draw like it's around the entire baton. And I guess we could do like a little bit of it coming out in the back. Something like that. See, this one you can't see because it's back behind her hand. This one will say that you can see at least the back of it. And I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just adding a texture. So don't get too obsessed over how many lines I'm putting in here. I'm just adding some kind of beat up texture, you know, so she can beat you up and cause more pain with the amount of nubs that are on there. All right, on to the rest of the costume. So we're gonna draw her breasts, this to her waist, to her hips, right? But again, she's kind of hunched over a little bit, so this is gonna be a little shorter than normal. Coming out this way. And now I'm gonna draw her belt as best as I can. I mean, again, it's a little, I got a picture, but it could be wrong. So let me go by what I see in the poster, basically. And also, I've already positioned her, so that's how I can just kind of draw it floating like this. Sometimes I feel bad when I'm doing my drawings because, yeah, I'm just floating a picture and you have no idea, but I've already sketched it out, so I've already planned it, right? Okay, so let's see if I can figure something out here for her front, because like I said, there is specific detail, but I can't draw every single little thing. And some of it I kind of want to do with color, you know? Something like that. And I think, let's see, her costume, the pattern does go into the leg, so let me draw the leg first. No, I guess I could do that now. Let's go ahead and do the costume. So I'm gonna come out for her breast a little bit, come back in, come down to the middle like that. And it, like I said, it's got a cool pattern that I kind of want to follow. Let's see if I can get this right. Because again, I should probably just do it with color. But I really like it. It's really awesome. It kind of, you know, I don't want to say makes it come alive. I say that all the time. It makes it more real for me. All right, like I said, again, I do have her hunched over just a little bit, so I'm gonna crease the material. All right, something like that. Cool, I like that. Okay, so now we're pretty much just drawing material. That's pretty much it, because she's got, like, I guess, like holsters for these things on her hips, but again, it's just cloth and boots. That's really about it. So I'm gonna come down here, and here's gonna be one holster. It's a little, and it comes out like this. Just comes out a little bit more than the normal edge, right? And we draw this little strap right there. Then I come down for the rest of the leg into the boot. It's right on the edge. Almost looks like she's hitting herself in the leg, right? We'll go ahead and draw the boot line, so we just go ahead and come back up since we have an edge spot. All right, I'm going to draw up here to her crotch, bend the other leg. I got to add the little strap right there. Probably did it too late. I should have done it higher, but that's okay. No big deal. Again to the boot. Draw the knee. And see how I didn't end that because I wasn't too sure if I was in the right spot. Now that I know where I am, I can go ahead and close it. So something like that. Let's go ahead and stretch her pants out just a little bit. And then let's do boots, and then I'll come back and add some more detail because all it really is going to be is just a boot. This leg is stretched out because she's in the big wide fighter stance. Something like that. Again, let's just finish up and then we'll add detail. This one is more side view. Let's give her a heel. Now add some detail. So, like I said, this pattern goes down into her leg, so that's also what I wanted to make sure I get right. So, let's see. It is the outer line. That's what it looks like. Hang on one second. Let me find a better picture. Yes. Oh, I see. It comes off the side. So again, it's good to pay attention to this kind of stuff. It comes off the side, you can't see it there. It goes down through here. Into an angle like that. Cool. Comes through like that. And we're going to say that because of the bend, it takes care of that part. Oh, she does have knee pads. Ooh, let's draw some. I'm glad I didn't put anything there. It's just kind of a small little something like that. And I'll extend it out just a little bit more. Awesome. Let's see, I'm just going to kind of add just a little bit of detailed something, just an edge. Where there's material, I like to add creases to show that it's bending, you know? Going the wrong way. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's add some in her boots real fast. Boots, I don't really have a good picture of, so I'm just going to kind of make up what's possible. Let me see. Let me flip through real fast. Yeah, there is a kind of an awesome detail on her knee pad, but let's not worry about that. Let's just finish this up because we're almost done. So let's just kind of go with a bent because I can't see any detail in the front. I have no idea what's going on for the boot there. I'll be honest with you. So I'm not going to worry about the boots. Let's just take care of the rest with color. So that is Natasha Romanoff from Black Widow. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.